The first question I'd like to answer about this topic is whether there's anything that we can do about it, or you can do about the issue of this mentality, the colorblind mentality. And really all anyone as an individual can do is, when you hear people say those keyword phrases, I don't see race, I don't see color, propose a conversation now that you have information on the subject, because it is hard to have a conversation about things that we aren't fully educated on. So if this is something that interests you and you don't think you got all of the information you could out of this, look into it, so that way if the time comes and someone says something like that, you'll be able to have a conversation, an educated conversation, an enlightened conversation about the subject that everyone will be able to learn and glean something from. Because otherwise, if both sides aren't cooperating in a conversation, then nothing will come across and it'll just be, I agree to disagree. So just inform yourselves more and do what you can to, in a conversation, appeal to the other person's interest and be captivating and persuasive. And in terms of even those who are blind can be racist, well, and so if even those who are blind can be racist, then color doesn't affect. Then what would people who are colorblind say to that? And I think those who are colorblind or claim to have that mentality, they have a natural tendency to not necessarily consider other people's perspectives, but their own instead. And that's just like with everyone's opinions. You accept that other people have different opinions, but this is the opinion you have. So anyone who's claiming to be colorblind, who knows the information that even those blind are racist, will still say, even though those who are blind are racist, I'm not. I don't see color. I don't see race. It doesn't exist to me. Because it's not that they are blind and they physically don't see color, don't see race. They are saying that's not going to be a judgment they have on people, even though that's impossible because of the way stereotypes and social racial issues are still pervasive, even if you claim to not see race. So it doesn't matter if someone is blind to someone who has the colorblind mentality, because they themselves aren't blind. They see the differences. They just claim they don't see the differences. And another question was about multiculturalism and how that could serve as an alternative mental perspective instead of colorblindness. And what I have to say about that is, multiculturalism is about accepting and celebrating other cultures' differences. And this is, I personally believe, a brilliant idea of a way to approach cultural diversity, and is very important to growing a community or a nation such as the United States of America. But there are problems with it in Europe, because it is very hard when a country has a dominant identity to accept these smaller portions and cultures within that country. There are different examples, such as with the Palestinians in they consider themselves a country, and that depends on everyone else. So it's a political thing, like to accept other cultures and nationalities within your own culture. And it's not something that can be universally agreed upon, like with everything. But my personal opinion is that it is an amazing foundation for accepting how many different types of cultures and people there are in the world. And it's a beautiful thing, and I hope that one day it is something that can be considered a viable option all across the world. Thank you.